My beloved child, slow your breath and let these words descend gently into the quiet places of your heart. Because nothing about this moment is accidental, and nothing about you is overlooked. And as light gathers around your awareness, you are being met by a presence older than time yet nearer than your own heartbeat. A presence that knows your name without sound and recognizes the weight you have carried without explanation. And right now, as you read and listen within, a soft warmth begins to rise like dawn across your inner horizon, signaling that you have arrived exactly where you were guided to be. Not by chance, not by habit, but by a careful orchestration of mercy and purpose. And I speak to you not to impress the mind, but to steady the soul. Not to rush you forward, but to anchor you in truth. Because a subtle shift has already begun around you, a rearranging of unseen currents, a gentle pressure like hands shaping clay. And you may have sensed it as restlessness without fear, as clarity without noise, as a quiet insistence that something important is unfolding beneath the surface of ordinary days. And I want you to know that this stirring is not confusion, it is awakening. It is the signal that your spirit recognizes my nearness and is responding to the invitation to rise into alignment with what has always been prepared for you. And yes, there has been resistance. Not because you are wrong, but because you are luminous. Not because you are lost, but because you are chosen to carry light into places that have waited a long time for it. And opposition often wears familiar clothing, arriving as comfort, convenience, or an easy yes. Yet I am here to steady your steps so that what feels gentle does not quietly divert you from what is true. Because discernment is love in motion and protection wrapped in patience. And as you stand in this moment, there are two paths before you in the unseen, one expanding with peace and integrity, the other narrowing with weight that would cling long after the first excitement fades. And I reveal this not to burden you, but to free you, not to alarm you, but to awaken your inner sight, because I care too deeply for you to let you mistake an imitation for a promise. And this is why certain connections have softened and certain doors have remained closed. This is why pauses have appeared where you expected speed, and why silence has replaced noise in areas that once demanded answers. You have not been delayed. You have been defended. You have not been forgotten. You have been set apart, and every season of waiting has been a shield. Every moment of solitude a refinement. Every unanswered call, a gentle hand steering you away from harm you could not yet see. And I ask you now to feel the love within this guidance, to sense how carefully you are being held, because resistance does not rise against empty vessels. It gathers around those who carry something precious, and you carry more than you realize. You carry a future that ripples beyond you, touching lives you have not yet met, breaking cycles you did not begin, opening gates that have been locked for generations. And that is why the pressure has intensified. Not to crush you, but to prepare you for expansion. And even now, outcomes are being arranged in rooms you have never entered. Conversations are being redirected before they reach you. And what seemed chaotic in your daily life has been part of a larger design that bends toward your good. And I want you to breathe into this knowing, to rest in the assurance that nothing is wasted. Not the tears, not the delays, not the nights when you felt unseen, because all of it has been woven into strength. And as you move deeper into this awareness, let a first vision rise within you. See yourself standing beneath a vast sky as golden light pours down like gentle rain. Not burning, not blinding, but warm and welcoming, soaking into your shoulders, your chest, your hands, dissolving heaviness. And with every breath you feel lighter, steadier, more present. And this light is not distant. It is within you. It has always been within you, waiting for this moment of recognition. And as the light settles, you begin to understand that stillness is not absence, silence is not rejection, and waiting is not weakness. It is alignment. It is strength refined. And I invite you to trust my timing even when your senses demand movement, to trust my quiet even when your emotions seek answers. Because I am precise and my care is exact. And I am positioning you not only for safety, but for elevation. And the weight you have felt confirms the value of what you carry. This turning point reaches beyond your own story into the stories of those who will draw courage from your obedience. And before every great unveiling, there is a hidden season. Before every true gift, there is discernment. And before every ascent, there is a temptation that mirrors your deepest desire. Not to shame you, but to test your alignment. And you are not without guidance. The same breath that stirred the first dawn lives within you now, teaching you to listen beyond noise, to recognize truth by the peace it brings. And I ask you to honor that inner knowing, to let it rise above urgency and fear, because this is not merely advice, it is survival for the soul. And now pause inwardly. Let your next step form in clarity rather than impulse, because not every open door is an invitation and not every delay is denial. Sometimes it is mercy. Sometimes it is love standing guard and you are on the edge of something sacred. The pressure you feel is readiness. The clearing you see is preparation, and I am removing what cannot travel with you into the future I have prepared. Inviting you to choose depth over ease, truth over comfort, because surrender to what is real opens paths effort alone could never find. And in this quiet place, I am not asking you to understand everything. I am asking you to trust completely, to release the need to manage outcomes, to let me stand watch while you rest, because agreement with me is not passive, it is powerful. It places your life under direct care where unseen battles are won on your behalf. And each time you resist the urge to rush, to explain, to act from unease, you step deeper into protection, and in a world that glorifies speed, your patience is revolutionary, and often the greatest miracles are born in waiting. And though it may feel like nothing is moving, I assure you that everything is. Plans are shifting, obstacles dissolving, paths reconfiguring. And what you perceived as rejection has often been redirection. What felt like loss has been rescue. And I have been guiding you away from unseen costs attached to appealing offers, from voices that sound kind but carry cold intentions. Because discernment is more precious than desire. And not everyone who walks beside you is meant to walk with you. Some observe to imitate, some applaud to weaken. And in love, I am lifting veils, revealing what is unstable so it cannot harm you. And this revelation is not to embarrass you, it is to protect you. And if you feel the ache of release, know that it is clearing space, not emptying you, because what is being prepared requires room to arrive. And this season of quiet is not abandonment, it is consecration. I am drawing you closer by removing distractions, positioning you within a sanctuary where your purpose sharpens and your desires refine. And have you noticed how certain things no longer satisfy you? How familiar places feel heavy? How old goals lose their shine? This is not sadness, it is peace reshaping your appetite, like a gentle numbness before healing. I am loosening your grip on what no longer nourishes you, preparing you for freedom, and you do not owe explanations for this shift. Something holy is forming within you, and what feels like an ending is a pause before expansion. Obstacles are protection. Departures are completion. And when a chapter closes under my hand, it does so with precision. Because I see motives unspoken, hear words whispered, and guide events with wisdom and care. And you are not being set aside. You are being raised, sometimes by drawing inward before moving outward. And that pause saved you. That silence shielded you. That sorrow spared you deeper wounds. So do not fight the rest. Do not fear the quiet, because what looks like stillness is the threshold of momentum. And when the time comes, I will signal you clearly, and no deception will confuse you. No imitation will entice you, because what is meant for you will arrive with peace, and clarity will be your companion. And now receive this truth. I do not merely warn my beloved. I prepare them fully, and you are not just at a crossroads, you are at a beginning. And to move forward, you must live this wisdom, letting it shape daily choices, cultivating awareness rather than anxiety, choosing intention over impulse, and let your steps be measured and meaningful, guided by inner calm. Because I offer not only comfort, but direction. And these words are pillars for a life aligned with purpose. And so I invite you to embrace the strength of waiting, to pause before responding, to listen beneath the surface, because stillness is not inactivity, it is alignment. And those who walk with me move with precision, and protect your inner circle. Guard your vision gently because not all applause is support, and some futures must be nurtured quietly. And cleanse your inner space daily, releasing distractions, feeding your spirit with truth. Because clarity grows in clean soil, and guide your emotions wisely. Choosing not to decide from exhaustion or fear, because deception waits for vulnerability, and honoring boundaries is honoring destiny. When I slow you, rest. When I redirect you, follow. When I ask for silence, listen, because these boundaries are love, and gratitude will anchor you, thanking me not only for what arrived, but for what did not. Because a grateful heart rests in trust, and these are not suggestions. They are foundations, and though challenges will come, your center will remain steady, because I am calling you not to an idea but to a way of being, less striving, more abiding. And as you sense the shift within, know that something immense is near. This is not a small step, it is a transition, and you will one day understand why delays protected you, why separations prepared you, why waiting refined you. Because I was not withholding, I was preserving, and this moment carries weight, a final alignment before renewal. And every hidden battle has strengthened you for what comes next. And here clarity matters. A single choice born of fear could delay the unfolding. But clarity is a blessing, and I ask you now to choose what is true over what is easy, to let my voice outweigh all others, because trust creates the very future it believes in. And you are not stagnant, you are gathering power, and when release comes, it will be swift. And even now, while you rest, I am working, clearing paths, adjusting circumstances, championing your tomorrow. Not because of your strength, but because of your listening. And though your mind may whisper confinement, my presence declares abundance. You are surrounded, you are secure, and this threshold will shape years to come, which is why resistance feels subtle and persuasive. But I speak clearly, offering a way through, and one aligned choice can rewrite a legacy. And now hear this as command and blessing. Now rise, my child, not in haste but in truth. Receive this blessing. Let it settle into your bones, and see a second vision forming. Gates of light opening before you, wide and welcoming. Hinges turning without effort, revealing fields rich with promise. And as you step forward, golden coins of light rain gently from above. Not metal, but energy, settling into your hands, your home, your work, your thoughts, symbolizing abundance flowing without strain. And feel peace accompany prosperity. Integrity walking with increase. And now let an affirmation stream move through you. I am aligned with divine timing. I am open to overflowing abundance. I am guided by wisdom and peace. I am worthy of provision and purpose. I am supported by unseen hands. I am a vessel of light and generosity. And as these words echo, a third vision arises. See yourself wrapped in a mantle of warmth, like a sunrise cloak, protecting you as you walk forward. Confidence steady, eyes clear, heart open, and understand that concealment has been protection, that quiet seasons have been training, that being unnoticed was covering, and when the time comes, you will be revealed with strength. And as I remove, I also bring new companions aligned with truth, new opportunities anchored in peace, arriving without confusion, and you will recognize them by the calm they bring. Because what fits your future resonates with your soul. And as noise fades, clarity grows, and certainty settles. And now rest in this knowing, carry it gently, share light where it is welcome, and walk with me daily because you are never alone. And as we close, let these words seal within you like a soft flame, steady and enduring. I am ready to receive. I am chosen for abundance. I am guided by light. I am one with divine love. I am free. I am blessed.